Welcome to this week's sewing vlog where I attempt to sew for at least an hour every single day this week. If you watched my previous sewing vlog, I also attempted to sew for an hour and I feel like it was a really realistic pace for me, and so I'm gonna try to do that again this week. If you're new here, my name is Melanie and I really like to sew, and I'm going to be documenting my entire progress here. So if you're interested, you can also grab your sewing machine and sew along with me in this video. So I am going to Japan in October and I want to add a few things to my wardrobe, and this week I have 3 projects lined up for me. I want to alter my jean jorts. I got these from Amsterdam and at that time they fit me really nice, but now they're a bit loose at the waist, so I want to take in the waist a little bit and also hem the bottoms because I feel like they would look a bit better above my knee. I printed 3 patterns, but I think I'm only going to get to 2 of them this week. So I'm going to do this midi skirt by Jess. And then I also have a black mini dress that I got from Melanie patterns on Etsy. So I'm going to see how far it goes and take you guys along with me. I already cut the Britney dress out last week, so today I'm going to be cutting out the midi skirt so I can get all the tedious stuff out of the way. I'm thinking I'm going to do a black and white skirt and perhaps a brown one if I can find a nice shade that I like. I just finished laying everything out and that took me like 5 minutes, so I think taping and cutting will probably take me more or less than an hour, so let's see how this goes. I finished attaching all the pieces and it took me longer than I expected because I had to use this glue. I couldn't find any tape, so now I'm gonna cut everything. My back hurts. I just finished putting together the pattern and cutting out all the pieces, and I still have like 15 minutes left on my timer, so I think I'm just gonna take that time to clean, and then tomorrow I'm gonna get back into it and cut out the fabric and maybe start sewing. I just ironed out my black fabric for the Britney dress and I'm gonna cut out the fabric now, so let's go. This is the same material that I used for my niece's birthday skirt, so I don't have a lot of it, but I saw this trick online where you can fold both sides to the center, so that way you have 2 folds to work with. So now I have 2 folds to work with, and this should be enough for the dress that I'm making. Hopefully I don't make any mistakes along the way. I always say this when I'm laying out my patterns, but it's literally like doing the Tetris game. I had to zhuzh everything around, but I have enough fabric, so yay! So now I'm gonna cut everything out, plus the interfacing for the neckline and the armholes. And my hour's almost up, so I think this is everything that I'm gonna get to do today, and then tomorrow I'll start sewing. At moments like this, I wish I was ambidextrous because when there's too many layers, it feels really awkward for me to cut with my left hand, and like it just feels weird. So I always have to like pivot my body in order for me to cut comfortably. Do any other lefties feel like this? Just finished cutting and now it's time to touch grass. Good morning, it's sewing day and I realized I forgot to cut out the fusible interfacing, so I did that quickly and I still have like about 50 minutes on my timer, so I'm gonna iron the interfacing onto the fabric and then start sewing. Okay, so everything is now fused together, the neckline facing and the fusible interfacing. And so now I'm gonna move on to the dress and sew the darts and the pockets together. Also, I don't have a tripod, so this is currently my setup to get the perfect angle. If there's a will, there's a way. Now I'm also gonna attach the pockets. It's kind of hard to see because the fabric is black, but I'm basically aligning them to the notches that I cut out earlier. and this is good sides facing each other. So I swear an hour goes by so fast. I only have like 20 minutes left. What the Haley? I was really hoping to get at least like 50% done of this dress, and maybe I'll come back and extend my time a bit later. I'm gonna start sewing. I should probably plug in my sewing machine. I like to tie the ends of the darts right away because I usually forget. So, and I do 3 knots just for good measure. Oh, I'm so annoyed. So I accidentally sewed the pockets on the wrong side. So now I have to take out my seam ripper and sew it again. I felt like something was off, but I should have double checked this. Well, my hour is like pretty much done, but I'm just gonna seam rip this and then continue it tomorrow. Oh well, you live and you learn. Morning. I'm a little bit confused by this Britney pattern instruction because it's telling me to sew both pockets on first before I attach the top layer. Usually I attach the pockets on both pieces of the garment and then attach them together, if that makes sense. I'm a little confused. Take the second bag piece and place it on top of the first, making sure that the right sides are facing each other. Align the edges and corners and secure the pieces together with pins. Step 6, place the front piece with the back piece at the sides and shoulders, right sides together. But like, it doesn't say to attach the pockets to the back because I attached the pockets to the front piece. Okay, I'm just gonna attach pockets to the back piece and then attach both the front piece to the back piece. I got a brain fart. I don't like to capture all of this ironing because I don't think people want to see me ironing stuff. But yes, make sure to press your seams because that makes it look a lot better. I will say though, when pressing your seams, a good tip is to press the seam stitch first and then open and then press again. This will make the seam extra crispy. And I learned this from TikTok. I literally learn at least like 75% of the things I do on TikTok, so shout out Sewing Talk. I also zigzag the pocket seams just because when I go to sew the side seams, it's gonna be hard to reach this area, so. Currently Tuesday evening and I wanted to come back just to sew for a little bit. I wanted to finish the neckline facing and the armhole facings and then tomorrow I'm gonna finish up the hem and then finally start on the maxi skirt. Yay! I went to go thrifting this morning and I found a fabric that fits exactly the amount that I need for the skirt, except I don't have enough fabric for the pockets, but I'm just gonna use a different fabric for that. And this whole thing cost me under $4 and it was half off, so it was like basically like $2. Probably the cleanest pocket I have ever made. I love the construction of it. It's just so minimal, so simple. And I love how it's so spacious. Like, look how giant this pocket is. It can fit so many snacks. My hour is actually almost done, but I think I'm gonna keep going and see how far I can get with this because this is such an easy project. I just feel like I'm in the mood to keep sewing, so. Right now I'm just hemming the skirt, and I think this is the last step I'm gonna do before I head to bed, and I'll continue the waistband in the morning. I just came back from my morning walk and I'm feeling really good, so I'm gonna get started on where I left off with the maxi skirt. I did try it on yesterday and it was still a little long for me, so I'm going to fix up the hem and then finally add the waistband. So that will definitely be done by today. And then tomorrow I'm going to finally finish off the black mini dress. I just have the armholes and the bottom hem to do, so that will be done by tomorrow. I just don't think I'm going to get to jean jorts today or tomorrow, so that will most likely be for my next vlog. I really like how the skirt turns out and it fits really nicely. The only thing is that I think this fabric might be a little bit too thick, so it's a little bunched up at the waistline, so it kind of adds some bulk here. But overall, I really like it. The pockets are so sleek. And I'm definitely going to be making this in other colors. And look how deep it goes, like half my arm can fit in there. Good evening, it's currently Friday night and I had a really long day, so I think I'm just gonna sit and sew in my room and watch some YouTube videos and rot here till I finish the mini dress. And I'll show you guys what it looks like in the morning when the lighting's a lot better. Finished dress and I love it. I will say though, it does run a bit big. Like this is, if it was fitted it would be like here, but it does run like, I don't know, I would say like maybe 2-3 sizes bigger. So if you did want a more fitted size, I would suggest sizing down, but depending on your look, because this look is obviously more loose, but yeah. I didn't get to show much of my progress last night, so the armholes and the bottom hem, just because I don't have proper lighting for my camera right now, but hopefully in future vlogs I get to show more detailed shots. But for now, if you stayed towards the end of the video, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in my next one.